trust the Evil Dead franchise to give us the most batshit insane horror movie of the year. That's right, if you couldn't tell from the poster behind me, we are going to be talking about Evil Dead Burn. But before we get into that, if you are new here, my name is Steve. I talk horror. If that sounds like something that interests you, feel free to give me a follow. So, the last installment of this franchise, Evil Dead Rise, really surprised me, and it restored my faith in seeing this franchise back on the big screen. Whilst I think Evil Dead Burn is a worthy addition to this franchise, it does also raise the question, are we hitting a wall? Because although this film is incredibly enjoyable, I am starting to question whether the creative juices are running dry. Creatively and visually, it is still very strong. But from a storytelling perspective, I'm starting to think we're struggling. There is an overabundant reliance on attempting to over-explain what doesn't need explaining. Because usually when we see these films, the Deadites are often served as a metaphor for whatever our lead characters are going through, their trials, tribulations. That's why they're here, that's why they exist. We don't need any further explanation. I don't think we need added motives unless the motives are genuinely interesting. But visually is where this film shines. It understands exactly how to use dynamic framing, 360 rotation shots, some of the best that I've seen in a really long time. Paired with these intimate and contained action sequences with incredibly sharp editing. One specific backlit shot in this film that I think is potentially an all-timer for the decade. Okay, the decade could be an exaggeration, but it was still incredible. But overall, Evil Dead Burn was a fantastic addition to this franchise, as usual. It does manage to overcome its contrivances and certainly its tonal inconsistencies. And the gore is obviously squirm-inducing, impactful, vibrant, and beautiful. But enough about what I thought about Evil Dead Burn. What did you think of it? Let me know down below in the comments. If you haven't seen the film, do you plan on checking it out? And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
To your perfect family.